I don't need to put on the video for you in Discord, do I?
Not really. I just put on Twitch.
All right, because like you still can't see it, so
We never did figure that one out, did we?
no.
There's a bunch of there's a bunch of recolors that VNR Optimus could be turned into at some point, as long as Hasbro maintains the license to do so. I am eager to see what they do with a Nemesis Prime with that. Because, like, there's Nemesis Prime, there's Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, there's a potential Ultra Magnus recolor. You could remold some parts and turn that into an Energon Rodimus if you really wanted to.
All right. Now let me send out the link. I still find it freaking hilarious what happened yesterday. Like you were so concerned about that face down card, and then you destroy it. It's like wait, how?
Yeah, we had a good laugh about it after.
And then Couple of Ace gave you two cards, and you started laughing again because you got the card.
So this idea came to mind about the D&D thing. Since we're basically going, yeah, we'll finish what happened in the Drive world and then go back to the FNAF thing and close that up. My my stupid brain is like, what if that's just Felix's mind sorting itself out in like a kind of flashback dream as he's recovering all his memory data in a big old I just got possessed reset. Yeah,
All right.
that weird twist they pulled with the Nemesis Leo Prime last night in the message corner. Funny enough, that actually is a thing. Dark Amber Lyle Convoy is actually a thing.
Huh. All right. The links are set. The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the stream, and welcome back to Bully Maguire Simulator 2023. I'm not even joking. Like, watch this shit. Oh, there's no one's. Damn it! There wasn't anyone here. Eh. 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 Spider-Man just being a menace, knocking people over by doing nothing.
Oh, you're giving Jameson a field day.
Oh, hell yes. If he's gonna talk shit about me, I might as well give him something. By the way, I read Renew Your Vows.
What do you think?
So, the miniseries is really good. The continuation, I have misgivings about.
Of course it's cultists. Hey, mind if I
Okay.
Because in the miniseries, it clearly stated that Regent had basically killed all the superpowered people, aside from maybe like one or two strengths.
And then suddenly they all just start popping up again after the.
Yeah. Like, he says he took out the X-Men, and then in like one issue of the continuation, hey look, the X-Men!
Spider-Man's distracted by the fireworks shipper. Nice clown car. Does the horn make a funny noise?
And
too?
it's never explained!
I mean, it is comic books. Nobody stays dead.
That's true. But also, like, the Sun changed Sandman too, because like, first he was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. In the miniseries, and now he's just a common crook again.
I'll see you around.
You can be a mysterious stranger.
It could be
less
there
often
might have
than
been a miscommunication between writing teams when we went from original miniseries to continuation.
It could be. Alright. So, last time on Spider-Man 2, we took care of all the spider bots and did a few Mysteriums. That is literally all we did because timing was a bitch.
Did you happen to go to a specific spot on the map after collecting the last of the spider bots?
You mean where Delilah showed up?
Yeah, because I didn't know. I don't know if you did that.
I did do that.
Yeah, because I wasn't there for it.
So who the hell is Delilah?
A character who was intended to show up in the second Spider-Verse movie but got cut.
Okay.
Basically, a bartender in the big old Spider Society who is part of a group that just worked to spite Miguel at every opportunity.
Because, like, with the way she was talking and, like, the way she looked, she honestly looked like a younger, Madam Web.
I don't have all the information, but
Hunters.
I have told you everything I
Coming through
know.
here for days.
Oh, right, I
Sorry I
forgot.
wasn't here
When
to
you do
help.
main missions as
Ah.
Peter, you
Could
switch
you tell
back
me about
to the
this antique
symbiote
I
suit.
found? It almost killed me.
I cannot help you. I've seen this symbol before. Please leave.
Wait! I can protect you from the hunters.
I'm not worried about them. I thought I left this behind in Volgograd. The flames have been lit. This is his jungle now.
Craven?
Kravenov.
We also did one of the strongholds,
Dude!
and we
MJ
learned
told me
about
you almost
Craven's
died.
wife
You
and
okay?
how
Hey,
his
Miles.
kids are kind
Actually,
of shit.
never felt better.
Mostly because
should've
Craven
been-
raised them.
Wait, really?
Positive.
Yeah.
Hey, let me call you back. Got some bonfires to crash.
Okay.
I am muted for a moment. I will be back in a minute or two.
Alright.
The spider's up above! Shoot him!
What's this
I'm
I hear
just
about lighting some
disassemble
fires?
this. Tenth Avery.
Got it!
Yeah, bird.
What were they doing up here? Vodka from Volgograd? Looks like it's for some kind of party. Wonder what they're celebrating. Pretty rude of Craven not to extend an invite. Never stopped me before, though.
The celebration is even more grand than what we prepared for the lizard.
Do you think Craven has finally found what he is looking for?
I followed him to the ends of the earth in his pursuit. Seen the disappointment on his face in every corner of the world.
You have a city permit for that bonfire?
Oh, I love it. It's probably my favorite new gadget.
Let's see what they were up to.
Like, the web bomb was good. And so were the trip mines, actually. But I love the web bomb.
They're shipping in more luxury goods from Volgograd for this event? These shipments have to be coming in nearby. No airfields here. But what about the docks? Maybe something there can lead me to Craven.
The flames have been lit. Gondor calls for aid. I don't know how many times we made that joke today alone.
Don't make me ask again.
I told you! That's everything!
Where is the Please
That guy needs my help.
help! You are brave to steal from
Unfortunately, I can't use any other
Hunters
suits
for
when
some
I'm
vodka and caviar.
in a story mission. Because of the way the black suit works.
Why is Craven doing all this now?
Someone!
Doesn't make any sense.
Just us. No one can hear you scream.
Yeah. Because I had Bully Maguire on when I started the mission.
1 second he's hunting.
I thought we were just calling
supervillains
it the
and now
Bully
he's
Maguire suit.
Entertaining?
I had it on at the beginning of the mission, or like before I even started, and then it switched back to this because story-wise, this is the most
Harry must
important
have done a
suit to be
number on it
wearing
with
at the
it.
moment. Like, if I could wear the Bully Maguire suit, during this mission, I would. Whoop. Horo! I thought you weren't gonna make it.
Sir, are you okay? Here, I can take your shipment to your boss. Out of the way! You can just tell me where he is. Better go check on the doctor. Keep him on low.
Absolutely. Let me get a good look at this. Like everything about this suit is so freaking good. Ignore the civilian back there. This is not about them. The armor, like, first of all, you got the gooey like Under Armour part. Kind of looks like Kamen Rider Black's suit with the muscle tissue. But you have the armored pieces on top of that, but it still has the gooey texture, like the slimy texture. It's like really good, and like you can also tell like there are segments of armor like all across the bottom of the chest, the stomach, the groin, the legs, the butt. Millie Grace, hello. That's awesome, Taro. Hi, Millie. Welcome to the stream. Making the armored portions look like an exoskeleton. Exactly. They did such a damn good job of like designing this version of the suit. It's so good. I'm doing good. I'm playing Spider-Man.
Easy, easy. You're in
Got my
pretty bad
friends
shape.
in the chat.
Let me help you.
Hospital, please.
There's one
Had
close
a
by.
decent cup of coffee.
You're gonna be okay.
I thought they were going to kill me.
What did they want?
Some cargo went missing on the journey. Here, they thought I took it.
You're safe. Now, where's the drop
With
off?
Bully Lowenthal over
718.
here. Yep.
Wonder how Harry's doing without the suit right now. Hey, buddy. How you feeling?
I'm fine. What's happening?
Craven, or Cravenoff, is hosting some party at 718 Kent. Figured I'd stop by.
Looks like a social club.
Hang on, I'm almost there.
Where am I from? America. I am from America.
Looks like a busy night. Hope our VIP is here.
They're more riled up than usual.
Just keep your head down and
How are you getting in?
Kitchen entrance.
You should change. The classic Peter Parker look isn't gonna cut it.
Too bad my tux is at the dry cleaners.
Okay, cool.
Huh? Whoa. I'm a spy. A spider spy. You forget to mention the suit could turn into a tux.
Oh, never did that with me.
Hey,
Hey, you! Come over here. Take this to Mr. Kravinoff's bodyguard.
His bodyguard?
Dima! Move!
Well, sounds like your shift's starting.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it.
Better go find Dima.
Orders up!
How are they eating so fast?
Don't keep them waiting. Move!
You're from Texas. Cool. I know a few people from Texas.
That was 30 minutes ago. I need it now. Don't let any dead plates. Let's go.
Swanky. Huh. I clean up pretty nice. And I'm feeling great.
Oh. From Zapper to Dapper. So, Millie, I'm gonna warn you right off the bat. I have no money for a graphic designer. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Establish this club as our stronghold.
Interesting choice.
Another feature that I enjoy with Symbiote.
Keep moving, I'll
Instant
break your
clothing
bones.
change. Yeah!
A 300-year-old sleeping dart will never work.
You are so certain, are you?
Show me then.
I'll show him too.
Yes?
Take it. Let him squirm.
The poison is ancient, and you don't even know how to use that thing.
A true
No, I'm
hunter.
sorry, Millie, but no.
It's-
I can't afford it. Oh, don't fall in the dark! Oh, okay. Whew. You're wearing anything,
Sleep well,
anytime,
my
and
friend.
be as disguised as
hunters
you
were
need to be
nuts.
with nothing more than a
I
thought.
can't believe the suit listened to me. I wish my suit had a neural interface like this. I could work with Harry, do the hero gig, and take a vacation all at once. Can't take it anymore. That's the third time I've almost...
Did you see he had the tusks mounted upstairs?
Yes. He is proud of that kid.
But yeah, thankfully that hunter did not fall onto the dart, because that would have killed him.
Has one of the shield bearers arrived?
Yes. He is in the other room by the fire. Will Mr. Kravinoff be joining us this evening? There are some, Quite right.
Damn, Craven isn't here. Shield bearer. Huh. Sounds like a bodyguard to me.
I'll rip him in half with my bare hands.
He's not your target. You kill him or
I love how they have like a little fight club set up.
Must be him. Your meal, sir.
What the hell is this?
I was told to deliver this to Mr. Kravinoff's personal bodyguard?
What makes you think I am him?
You know, you're, huge.
Dima's very hungry. You should leave now.
So funny. I was just about to do that. He was looking up at that room. Gotta find the elevator. If that's just the shield bearer, how big is Dima gonna be?
It's too scary. I don't want to serve him food anymore.
Just drop the plate and leave. Simple as that.
See how you feel next time when you have
Coming through.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Move!
Coming through!
This mess! If everything isn't perfect, we're all dead!
Coming through!
No, wait!
I'm playing hot potato with a
Standing right in
rust.
front of the door!
I told you to wait!
You didn't!
I was just minding my
Come on.
Shut up, both of you. Pick everything up and let's move.
find Dima, we find Kraven and his weird blizzard serum. Easy.
Of course he would have a freaking tiger as his bodyguard.
Dima. Crap. Well, that explains the secret menu. Someone's a little hangry. A tiger. That's new. Alright, let's give Dima something to eat that isn't spider flavored. That raw meat must be somewhere. There we are. Something in that study might help me find Kraven. But first, gotta break out the apron. That hunter's right there.
What the hell was that?
A meal fit for a Russian tiger bodyguard. That sounded weird. Might have to make a few minor adjustments to this meal. Where's that sleeping hunter? A lot of bodies by that sleeping hunter.
Anyone hear that?
Shh. Our little secret. Sleepy time for Dima. Snooping time for Peter. If this doesn't work, there's only one other thing on the menu. Me. Hi, Dima. I'm back. With a little snacky snack.
Really?
Chef Spidey masterpiece.
I love that he still pet the tiger.
Guess Kraven's too cool for his own party. Should look around in case he left the lizard serum somewhere in here. So Kraven has a pet tiger. That tracks.
I'm gonna have to look for that later.
Must have just missed him. Was Kraven praying?
Kraven comes from a long lineage of Kravenoffs. Alright, so if I understand this correctly, Nikolai Kravinoff and Anna Kravinoff are Sergei Kravinoff, aka Kraven's parents. There's a name scratched out here which I think may be Kraven's brother. And then you have Vladimir Kravinoff, Anastasia, Tatiana Kravinoff, and another scratched out name. I don't know who that is. And then Nedroki Tanagarden, which I believe Sasha we heard in a recorded phone call between her and Kraven, talking about how the kids will try to take what's left of his empire and probably
lizard serum here. But what are these potions? Wonder if this is how he's
probably
so
kill her to
strong.
get to it.
Didn't know hunting could be so existential.
I mean, yes. Seeing as how you're just a kid from Queens, A hunt can be very philosophical.
He's better read than I would have thought. Nothing like some light philosophy between hunts.
Craven is a great hunter. Unfortunately, he decided to hunt the most dangerous game of all. Metahumans.
No serum. These drugs are for late-stage chemotherapy. Are these Cravens too?
Craven has cancer! It's time to pray. It's time to pray. My mother opened every hunt with these words. Others spent the night feasting, drinking themselves into oblivion. Not us. Not the Kravenovs. To us, the hunt was sacred, a duty from a higher power. Predators force the weak to grow strong. We shape the world, she would say. Gathered in the candlelight of our chapel, we shared bites of Pascha, felt the anticipation in our bellies build. Ready to honor our ancestors, feel their blood course through our veins. Though she is gone, I still honor the tradition. The fires have been lit, the chapel prepared. Tonight, I will pray for what I hope is the last time. Now the hunt begins, and if I do not return, all the better. So this is literally Craven's last hunt.
Chapel prepared. Saint Sophia's only a few
I'm
blocks
back.
from here. Craven
Woo!
has to be there
And
with
funny
the
enough
serum.
that you mentioned that. See, I was about to say in the text chat here that I was actually kind of right when I predicted that they'd do Craven's last hunt. I just didn't expect it to go the way that it did.
Yeah. This is quite literally his last hunt. Also, pet the tiger.
Oh, you're not so scary, are you?
So, for people who don't know, at the time when I predicted Craven's last hunt, because of the presence of the black suit of Craven, he was actually kind of thinking they'd do something closer to the comics, where Pete gets knocked out, buried alive for a week, and Craven starts impersonating Spider-Man just to add insult to injury.
What it looks like?
And then at some point you have to go in as either MJ and or Miles to investigate what's going on and ultimately find, you know, this fake Spider-Man.
Let's see what you can really do. Harry did not tell me it
Which
felt
isn't
like
quite
this.
what we got, but they're still doing a version of the last hunt in a way that's kind of cool.
I feel so strong.
And at least this version of Craven's last hunt doesn't leave Craven at the end with a shotgun in his mouth.
Yep. Instead, he doesn't have a mouth for anything. Oh.
But he still loses his head.
Yeah. That last hunt's a killer. Really got to keep a calm head around that.
Gotta watch the metahumans around this place. They tend to be venomous.
Oh, that was a deep belly laugh. Oh, that felt good.
I could get used to this.
You're welcome.
I haven't had one of those in a long time. Oh shit!
Sorry, but this party's getting shut down.
Get out of the way!
How do you like me now?
Alright, I forgot. Ricochet! Oof. Okay, that's how you want to play it? Fine.
What a shot!
Hello, I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling quite so friendly right this second.
This is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man after hours. So, I'm about to kick your ass.
Check your target.
I'm gonna kick your ass until your head falls off. Then I'll kick your head and kick your ass again. Why? I don't think they learned their lesson. Open the door, suckers. It's Spidey. Here to kick your ass. Nope.
Ooh!
One thing I do appreciate is that after that first gameplay demo, they clearly did change something in the cutscenes because the eyes on the symbiote mask do move now.
Which is really cool.
Hey, Pete. Any luck?
No Craven yet, but I think I know where he is.
How's the suit?
Weird. It's like it knows me.
Which
Don't
then
worry,
leaves
buddy.
it even better
I'll take care of
that
everything. Promise.
the slight shift in facial expression via the symbiote eyes when he saw the guy run.
And then the slight shift after he threw him through the window. Oh my god, that shot is so goddamn good! Oh my god!
That is like wallpaper material.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't be surprised if at least 3 people have it as their wallpaper for their phone and/or computer.
Okay, webs are back. It's you! I knew that was our meet cute back there. I knew it. I'd love to get to know you better, but I got some business to take care of. See, your boss
Also,
has been up to no good lately.
You and I both know what joke I'm referring to, but there's a joke Pete tells a little later in the story that I know you're gonna get a kick out of.
Oh, absolutely!
Let the lizard loose.
Whoever wrote that joke deserves a raise.
Whoever wrote that joke, I want to shake their hand.
I'd like a word with him, especially about that last part.
Such a good joke.
Like, that's how you know the adrenaline is pumping and Pete's just living in the moment with the suit.
Yep.
I'm not sure which is better. The joke Pete tells, or the fact that the Mook actually stops to let him finish it.
Oh, that part's so fucking funny.
I've said it before and I'll say it as many times as I need to. You can tell the people at Insomniac love Spidey and are doing everything in their power to do justice.
Yep. I would not be surprised if a lot of people working on this game grew up with like the comics or the TV show or even like hell the Neversoft games.
Show him who is the threat.
Speaking of the Neversoft games, fun fact! In those Neversoft PlayStation 1 games, every suit you unlocked had an associated power, just like in the first Insomniac Spider-Man game.
Nice.
Which I believe is where they got that inspiration from. And to keep on topic, if you were to unlock the symbiote suit in those games, you would get unlimited webbing. You would no longer need to manage your web shooters.
Coming, Kraven.
Interesting.
Some suits made Spidey stronger, others took away the webbing limit. And then there's the absolute broken hilariousness that is the Captain Universe suit.
Here to pick up a serum order for a Dr. Connors?
2 words, my friend. God mode.
Oh man, this scene brings back so many memories.
You have hunted me. This is good.
So earlier when I was playing Gotham Knights, I had to take care of Freeze one last time. Nightwing wasn't cutting it, so I decided to
Let's
switch it up.
see if you have the strength
And then
to
when
finish what you started.
Crystal Lake on Victor's rear end.
Also, I love the occasional point of view shots from like in the symbiote.
And the fact that it's like kind of blurry because of the residual sounds of the ring on the bell.
I sense a beast.
I think that's the whole reason he wasn't even able to sense it.
And I love how even with the enhanced symbiote strike, Pete's struggling.
Mm-hmm. Like, that just shows you how fucking strong Kraven is.
Why don't you set it free?
I'm just here to save my friend.
As we'll see later, like, he's probably one of the strongest human, like, I wouldn't say normal human beings, but, like...
We'll finish this later.
The blend of herbs that Kraven takes between hunts to keep himself powered up is known to enhance his strength.
Yeah, that's why he's so jacked. He said it! He said the line!
Also, Pete, you fool. You didn't think to check the vial for a tracker when you took the thing from a known hunter?
Harry! MJ! I got the serum!
I mean, to be fair, he
Like, that thing should have had your spider sense going nuts!
Really
to be
well.
fair,
Things just got a little
he was trying to
intense
get away
with
from the
Kraven.
freaking bell.
He's somehow stronger than he looks, if you can believe that.
Hey, the important thing
Like,
is that
the
you're
further
okay,
away he
and
got from
you
the
got
bell,
serum.
the more his spider sense should be going, hey, wait a minute!
How'd it really go?
It was totally... I didn't want to worry Harry. Kraven knows now that the suit malfunctions when it's within range of certain frequencies.
Well, I hope they're still, like,
How
calling it
bad
a
is the
suit.
malfunction?
Not pleasant, but I can handle it.
Well, I'm glad you're all right, but watch yourself
Because
out
they,
there,
they
too.
don't know, because they still don't know
Let me know how
what it
things
is.
go at the lab.
Absolutely.
Yet.
Talk soon. Hunter's doing a stakeout? Not in my neighborhood.
Honestly, there's only one joke I could think of they could add. Hello, the suit changed.
Oh shit, you're right! I didn't notice that!
They went Spectacular Spider-Man on our asses!
Holy shit, it changed back!
I guess the more aggressive state Peter gets, the more the suit changes into that other thing.
Yeah, when you do the symbiote surge, pressing L3 and R3,
Next time, do your ambushes in the streets, like normal
he
criminals.
gets a whole lot stronger and stops holding back, as you could see from like the way he was fighting.
And that lack of restraint shows. Finishing my original train of thought, though, there is a joke I would have added in if I had thought about it, but there's nothing lost from it not being here. It is just giving Peter a craving for chocolate while he's wearing this thing.
Okay. Before we take care of that, we're going to take care of a few more Mysteriums. Also, I love the Toku suit. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. It especially looks great at night with all that glowing. Woo!
Reminds me of Commander Fies. Because Fies' suit did the same thing.
Okay, friends, my feeds are blowing up about the commotion out in Jersey. A fire at the old zoo? A secret hunter base? And Spider-Man trying on his friend's black suit?
Fun fact.
Things are getting weird out there, folks. I mean, I know there's a lot
But
of
while I was out
excitement
taking
about
care of
SL's
errands and
black
stuff
is the new
yesterday,
black look, and, I mean, it
a
is
person
fire
actually
and all,
recognized the little Digivice prop I was wearing.
Oh, cool!
neighborhood so-and-so. No takers.
Called me over
Okay,
just
okay, well,
to say he loved the Digivice face and showed me off a couple of Digimon things of his own.
Nice.
Basically just a little wallet decoration and a keychain. But still.
It's one of these don't get hit missions. I hate these, but at least it's not like you get hit once and it's over.
Be sure to look both ways before crossing, Spider-Man.
And I can see why they only have Miles doing these things. Imagine going through this with the symbiote.
Yeah, it would be very unfair.
As if the crackling bioelectricity isn't.
Or this.
Yeah.
What is it this time?
Closer to being on track next, there was another thing I found last night. A video all about Ben Reilly.
Oh.
Deep.
Before you,
I left a link to it in the group chat.
Okay. I was about to say,
The Facebook one.
I thought you were gonna go with these games in there. Remind me, where did the Riley last name come from?
It's Aunt May's maiden name.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Ben Reilly constructed his name with Aunt May's maiden name and Uncle Ben's first name.
I honestly couldn't.
It's kind of like it's understandable to given the shit he goes through.
And
We
also,
joke about how Peter Parker is made to suffer, but Ben Reilly is that cranked up to 12 and then having the knob broken off.
yeah, because first of all, he's just Peter.
I need a minute.
Take however much time you need. You're
He's a
safe.
clone of Peter with all his memories up to that point. And then finds out he's not the real Peter. And like his entire life is just destroyed.
He moves to another part of the United States to try to start his life all over. And, like, he is in such a bad way, so lost, so adrift, that he almost convinces a man to commit delete.
Oh.
And it's only after having his own moment of realization that his life is worth something does he go back and stop the guy he was telling to do this from doing, well, that. And telling him, I was wrong.
I'm working
I was wrong.
Move fast, Spider-Man, or you never escape.
Our lives do have meaning, even if we can't initially see it. What looks like a bad ending could just be a new beginning, a fresh start.
Mysterio joins the fight. I love
that. In a sense, that moment was the birth of the Scarlet Spider.
Awesome.
Because at this point, Ben Reilly had not only not even given himself the name, he basically acted like he didn't have a name.
I may be an illusion, but your pain is real.
Which, from his perspective, he might not have.
Gotta take down Mysterio.
But there's also, like, he eventually relearned the whole great power, great responsibility thing, and realized, yeah, so what if I'm the clone? My life is still my own, and I'm not ruled by my past.
That was the last one.
Amazing.
Basically,
And so he goes back. Exactly. So he goes back to New York when he hears Aunt May's taken ill. He bumps into Peter.
Betsy called again?
They end up fighting each other at first, but
Hello,
it
Spider-Man.
eventually he kind of de-escalates to
wanted
them
let
just
you
talking
know
to each
that
other.
Quentin has agreed to enter some court-monitored counseling to help him with his post-prison transition.
I remember there's this webcomic that I used to read
respectful.
that had
He's been
handled the
through a lot.
situation.
Sorry. I'm just glad he's getting
This kind of
help.
situation in a slightly different way,
Quentin asked me to pass this
but
along.
like still very interesting. And I wish, like, I kind of wish they went this route
Good on Beck for
with
going into counseling.
Peter and Ben.
We all need help sometimes.
Despite the fact that they are essentially the same person,
Hey, it's a locked building for a reason.
there are enough
Yeah.
differences.
This wasn't bad idea for y'all.
That they could just be brothers. Just act like
Funny you mention that.
is that what happened?
So over the duration of the Clone Saga, as Pete gets more and more used to the Scarlet Spider just roaming around, he and Ben get to talking more. And they eventually do get close enough to start calling each other brothers unironically.
Aww.
And to see the absolute joy they're bringing to each other and their loved ones.
This is definitely a hunter blind. Maybe I can find out if there's a base nearby.
Let me just epitomize this with one little theme. So we're fairly late into the Clone Saga at this point. MJ's visibly pregnant. Pete basically decided to retire from Spider-Man duty to focus on his family. And
give me
Ben
a
Reilly
second.
has now...
I got a phone call. Hello? Hello? Alright, I'm back.
So, short version. Sensational Spider-Man is a thing now.
Okay.
Ben Reilly is Spike. There's a scene of just a kind of autumn, morning, afternoon, somewhere around there. And it's just Peter and Ben Reilly, henceforth as Ben, just walking around their neighborhood in Queens. And they're just talking. It's a slow moment, it's just them having a conversation. Pete's got this renewed energy to him. He is super psyched that any day now he's gonna be a dad. And in turn, this infectious energy just kind of starts to bleed into Ben, and it's starting to lift him up from, you know, where he was at. And he ends up saying,
Nice looking base you got.
yeah, your daughter's gonna have an Uncle Ben of her own.
Oh my god!
The drones recharge and take off here.
Pete loves this idea, and he makes it no secret.
Migrating over from the last blind.
The way these two bounce off each other's in a very brotherly way, like, it's heartwarming. It really is.
It brought tears to my eyes, man! Oh my god, that does not happen!
Parker luck happens instead.
Of course.
And how's this for a tug of your heartstrings? So, Ben Reilly suffers effectively a fatal wound, saving Flash Thompson, as well as a bunch of people at the Daily Bugle from a bunch of bombs planted by Norman Osborn. One of them had gone off prematurely, hence why Ben Reilly sustained this injury in the first place.
Looks like I gotta throw them into the void.
When they beat the Goblin, two Spider-Man managed to defeat the Goblin.
I wonder if this is how Beck acted back in the day.
Ben starts to succumb to his wounds.
Won't hit the break point unless I
And the last thing he asks Peter, his final words, are just to make sure that his daughter knows about her Uncle Ben.
This isn't working. I need to push them over the edge.
And then he's gone. Peter has to make sure he's still got his mask on as he quickly removes Ben's body from the scene as he starts to degenerate because they finally found out once and for all, after a lot of confusion, Ben Reilly was indeed the clone, and he just disintegrates into the air, leaving only his bloodied clothes behind. And that was the end of Ben Reilly.
What happened to the baby?
Osborn happened.
Of course.
So, it depends on which version of this timeline you want to go by. Do you want the 616 answer or the Spider-Girl answer?
Oh my god. Frickin' same person called me again. I don't want Comcast!
So I reiterate the question. Do you want the 616 answer or the Spider-Girl answer? Because
Well,
they're very different answers.
I already know the Spider-Girl answer because it's right there in the name. What happened in 616?
The baby was stillborn.
Oh, fuck you, Marvel!
Because because part of Norman's plan at the time was to have one of his flunkies slip a little chemical treatment into MJ's drink while she was having lunch with some clients.
Take it easy. You've been through a lot.
Effectively forcing the stillbirth. Forcing her to go into labor right then and there, and killing the baby at the same time. Norman Osborn murdered Peter's daughter before she was even out of the womb.
I want to murder Norman.
So did Peter! And he had damn good reason to.
I also want to murder Marvel.
And the thing is, you could really just kind of blame that on the editor-in-chief at the time, different from the current guy who's there. Because he wanted to end the Clone Saga as quickly as possible and return to the status quo. Funny thing is, over the years, there have been many alternate endings to the Clone Saga considered, to the point where Marvel themselves published a joke comic that is all about that. And you want to know what one of those alternate endings was?
What?
Effectively, Spider-Girl!
In fact, they consider that a show.
Must have y'all scared if you need reinforcements.
It's not that they consider these joke endings, it's that they made a joke at the expense of the Clone Saga for, we had so many ideas for how to end it, and ultimately we ended up getting this one. The endings themselves were not a joke.
Okay.
The fact that he was tied to the Clone Saga was. So, when I say this ending was effectively Spider-Girl, what I mean is, Ben Reilly stays Spider-Man, Peter remains retired from Spider-Work, and focuses on his family, with MJ and their daughter living happily ever after.
Consider this base blindless. Now let's see what I can find out.
And because Ben Reilly is still, in some capacity, Peter Parker, with a similar enough personality, sense of humor, and the Parker luck on even bigger blast,
Hunter's got the memo that everything cool is.
it would have still worked.
That old army base won't be housing drones for much longer. Now I can take them down.
I want to reiterate this too. This was one of the older planned endings for this arc. They were prepared to end the Clone Saga this way. They didn't want to bring Norman Osborn back. They didn't want to go the way they did. It just kind of happened that way because editorial forced their hand.
You know that moment where, like, you lose all faith in something?
Oh yeah, I lost faith with Marvel ages ago this way.
Yeah, I just did right now.
Suffice to say, though, there is one thing that can restore it to a degree.
Firing half of Marvel and bringing in people that actually want Spider-Man to...
Well, yes, but I mean in regards to the decision they made to end the Clone Saga.
Okay.
The Spider-Girl comics exist. And they went on for years.
Hell, they still technically exist because,
That universe exists because the last we saw of it was the first Spider-Verse comic book event.
Exactly!
And its spirit lives on in the Spider-Verse movies because now we have Peter B. Parker with his version of Mayday.
I swear to God, if they do anything to Mayday Parker, I am going to Marvel's. First of all, I'm gonna figure out if it was Sony or Marvel that decided that, and then go to their headquarters and with a sign that just says, "Why?"
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think they're gonna do anything to Peter B. and Mayday. The mere fact that they let Mayday exist means they want better things for Peter B.
True. Alright, let's see.
And I'm just gonna put this out there. A version of Mayday might exist in the Raimi timeline.
I would be okay with that.
If you pay attention to the stuff that is said between the Spider-Men as they explain their worlds to each other, and specifically as his so when they're talking about love interests, and Tobey Maguire's Peter says that he and his MJ, after a more turbulent time in their relationship, found a way to make it work. And have been doing so for years.
Mm-hmm.
And take into account how much older the Tobey Peter is compared to when we last saw him. I like to think there's a little Mayday Parker running around in his universe.
That would be nice.
Whether or not she inherited his powers is basically irrelevant.
Also, I've been hearing like people are like, apparently the Marvel MCU is in a lot of hot water.
Oh boy, what is it this time?
Apparently, like none of their movies have been good. None of their shows have been good. I'm like,
Kind of sad that we've had more consistently good Spider-Man movies from Sony than we have from Marvel at this rate. But then again, there's also not been very many Spider-Man movies in the time since. So
yeah. Well, I mean, like the Home trilogy was pretty good.
it was good, and I will stand by that. If you look at them not as three separate movies, but as one continuous origin story for this Spider-Man...
Exactly!
Try not to bleed all over my Mysterio.
Like, I've said that before, like, when I saw the ending to No Way Home, I realized this isn't... Wait, am I just... This is an old challenge, isn't it? It is. It's an old challenge. Fuck me. Alright. Like, when I watched No Way Home, I saw the ending and I, like, realized what was happening. It clicked in my head that all three movies were an origin story for Peter Parker. An origin story for Spider-Man. Like, sure, he was Spider-Man he was Spider-Man before, but all the lessons and the heartache that really made Spider-Man, he never went through. Tom Holland's Parker, like, at the time Tony finds him, is just some kid with goggles.
Let me change you forever. Let the agony begin.
It's not until, like, he goes through the events of Homecoming that he experiences, like,
Crazy.
the hardship of being Spider-Man.
Based
Having
on
to
that
give
last
up
call from
something
Betsy,
you care about
seems like Beck and his crew have it almost
in
figured
order
out.
to protect New York City.
In the second movie, he begins to learn the consequences of being Spider-Man as, well, yeah, you just say it goes.
When Spider-Man wins, Peter Parker loses.
Yeah, not only that, he also still suffered from the loss of who may as well have been like a father figure to the poor kid.
Almost like his Uncle Ben.
Yeah. And then you have No Way Home.
Where he loses Aunt May.
And MJ and Ed.
And truly learns with great power comes great responsibility. Getting the speech from Aunt May before she passed.
Nope. Hell, he had his own, like, you know how, like, in the Raimi movie, like, Maguire had his moment with, the guy that supposedly killed Uncle Ben?
And even with the guy who actually killed Uncle Ben in the third movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm specifically talking about the first one where he finds the guy.
This ends.
Yeah, the manhunt for the killer.
What does that mean?
Where he was this close to killing the guy.
Yeah. Tom Holland has that experience with Green Goblin.
And it comes up to the most experienced of the Spider-Man in this regard, who went through this exact emotion twice.
Yes!
To step in and go, this ain't the way.
Fucking yes! They didn't just have Toby stop that because it was his Norman Osborn or because he's the most experienced. It's because, or rather because he was the most one of the most popular. It's because he was at that moment twice. He knows exactly what Tom Holland's Peter is going through. He knows exactly what's running through his head and knows this isn't the way.
Killing him is not going to help you.
It will not help.
To quote another Aunt May, revenge is like a poison. It seeps in, it corrupts, and before you know it, it turns you into something ugly.
Yeah, like, oh! Having Tobey Maguire be the one to stop Tom Holland from killing Goblin, like, I don't even know if that was intentional.
Respect, my guy.
I don't even know if that was intentional, and if it was, 100% respect for, like, doing that, because, like, Peter had to go through that, like, Tobey Maguire's Peter had to go through that twice, and he knows what's going through Tom Holland's Peter's mind.
I'll be right back.
Oh! Neuron activation!
did it.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
It's okay. It's all over now. Another call from Betsy.
Spider-Man? Cole and I are a bit concerned.
He said he was gonna kill us.
Please, Cole, don't panic. Spider-Man, we found out Quentin lied to us. Instead of going to counseling, he went somewhere else. When we confronted him, he said some threatening things and then left. Hopefully he just needs to cool off, but if you see him or hear from him, can you let us know? Thank you.
This just went from bad to worse. Got a new voicemail.
Spider-Man, we need to meet. Come to Coney Island. I have an urgent matter to discuss with you.
Well, that doesn't sound like a trap at all. Just hope he hasn't hurt Betsy and Cole.
Just seems like something's up with Mysterio. I mean, the first time. Guy is a known trickster. An illusionist.
Cars swerving all over the place.
Wait a minute! Right! No! You ain't taking us!
All in a day's work for Spider-Man. Lucky I found this first. Bad guys getting up in those people's faces. I'm there.
Get Spider-Man!
Y'all really never learn, huh? Okay, that's all of them. Hope everyone's all right.
Thank you for taking care of those guys, Spidey. I definitely feel safer with you around.
hell was this? I can't even remember what the hell this thing even was. It looked like it. Whatever it was, the other half didn't seem to like fall away. Weird. Anyway.
Okay, where's Beck?
Welcome, Spider-Man. If you're looking for Betsy and Cole, they are no longer with us.
You killed them?
Don't act surprised. You've known from the beginning who you're dealing with.
What the... Beck.
The name is... The name is...
Mysterio.
Back. Just in time, we're fighting Mysterio.
What happened to you?
Like, for real
I thought
this
you were all
time.
about the future of entertainment.
What? I spent years behind bars, waiting for technology to catch up to my vision, and now, thanks to you,
Should have got Bruce Campbell to do the voice.
inescapable.
Yeah.
You
It would have been funny. It would have been funny if, like, instead of whoever it was they got to play Quentin Beck,
Uh-oh. Bad guys everywhere. If this is like the other illusions...
There's a
the more
fan
baddies I
theory
take
that,
out,
like,
the closer I get to escape.
every character Bruce Campbell played in the Sam Raimi trilogy was just Mysterio in a different disguise, and that we'd eventually see him as a supervillain later.
Yeah, I remember that. I think even like, Bruce Campbell was on board for that. Like, even if that theory wasn't true, he was on board with being the same.
I like to think that after we stopped seeing that universe, that was the case.
Like, had we gotten a Spider-Man 4, we would have had like Vulture and Mysterio. Maybe just like one of them.
Why are you doing this, man? You could have used your powers to make the city a better place.
This city never respected my talents.
This isn't how you get respect.
Fear breeds respect. Once you witness my power, the name Mysterio will finally earn the reverence it deserves.
What the? Beck?
Beck?
Keep fighting. Keep doubting. It is the only way to defeat him.
Wait. If you're here, and Mysterio's out there...
How is that happening? Enough of this! I'll end you myself! You actually think you can defeat me?
Alright, boss fight!
Okay. Everything that has happened is because I wanted it to happen!
Here's hoping it's better than the last time Mysterio showed up in a game called Spider-Man 2.
Ooh.
Well, he tanked several hits already, so he's already got that over the last time. For people who don't know what I'm talking about,
It's over.
in Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2, the game based on the second Sam Raimi movie, there was a little story arc in there where you followed the misadventures of Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio. You defeat Beck at every turn, and eventually Mysterio is reduced so low as to robbing a convenience store in full costume.
Nice try.
At some point, Spidey finds him, and a boss fight is supposedly started right there and then in that store.
You want respect?
And a huge multicolored health bar shows up. You know how like each layer is a different color?
Oh.
Surprise!
Oh.
He has like 5 or 6 of those. And then all you have to do is hit him once and the entire thing depletes instantly.
I love that! They did that with the Electrocutioner in Arkham Origins. I love that!
Mysterio had slightly better showings since then. He had at least a boss fight where he could take a punch in Spider-Man Friend or Foe. So I'd hardly call that better than what Spider-Man 2 gave us, because at the very least, that was funny.
I love fights like that. It's like, you go through this like difficult like area or series of missions, and you finally get to the boss. And it's just a joke. It's like, hey, you fought pretty damn hard, so we'll give you a mulligan.
Who knew that the guy wearing a fishbowl had a glass jaw?
Who knew the guy named Electrocutioner had a glass jaw? Seriously, you talked a big game and then just...
We can't let him do this! Give me everything!
Big Wheel! That in and of itself is a reference to another obscure Marvel supervillain.
I believe we talked about that during the Coney Island thing. Him and Speed Demon.
Of course, the next time we saw Mysterio in a boss fight, as far as like main releases go, I believe was Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
The sim is down. Get it back.
I'm trying.
Which, funny enough, also included a symbiote Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was Quentin. He made us do this.
Where is he?
Help. In here. Somebody.
So the entire time, Quentin wasn't the one behind any of this. It was his assistant.
How's that for a twist? The supervillain you think relapsed and went back to supervillainy actually was going straight.
Yeah?
Still have a lot of
I will be
questions.
right back.
This should clear things up.
So can I tell everyone Mysterio's a good guy now?
Mysterio will always be a villain. Just as Spider-Man will always be a hero. It's when you start looking at the people behind the masks that things get messy.
So, yeah. That was Mysterio, everybody. Overall, I think that was a neat twist, pulling the rug out from everybody and going, yeah, Quentin Beck actually did want to redeem himself. Pardon the bag of nerds in the background. Maraschino Studios. Hello. Our resident streamer, Vegas Bear, has stepped out for the time being. So I'm just holding the fort for the time being. So how's your day? I guess I can hold people over with some trivia while Bear's still gone. So, fun fact, and I have mentioned this prior. Back in 1984, Spider-Man cameoed in the 3rd issue of the Transformers initial 4-issue miniseries. He was present as a reporter for the Daily Bugle, attempting to, well, rather accompanying the reporter. And got swept up in the Transformers nonsense. At the time, they put him in the black suit because it was meant to differentiate him from the main series comics where he had gone back to the red and blue. At least, I believe that was the case. I'm gonna have to double check that later. So, grain of salt, people. In subsequent reprints of this comic, they had to alter the artwork to prevent it from looking too much like Spider-Man. That is, if they bothered reprinting the issue at all. There have been some collections that just flat out skip it. It wouldn't be the only time Spider-Man crossed over with Transformers, however. multiple times since then, there have been occasional event comics where Transformers have crossed over with multiple Marvel heroes, one of which was Spider-Man. The most recent example to memory was one where an entire team of Avengers had gotten mixed up in the Cybertronian War. Hilariously enough, in both cases, Spidey was responsible for making Megatron more wary of the human race and what we are capable of. So, how about everybody watching? How are your days going? I wish I could take up the controller and just give you guys some gameplay to watch instead of just idle animations. Hey Taro, you still in the audience somewhere? this bag. Gotta admit, a shot like this is actually really pretty. Yeah, I don't blink. Sweet. You know what? I've put this off long enough. This is basically break time, people. Go get yourself a drink or a snack or whatever, and we'll be back after these messages. Zawarudo!
Oh no, Cherry, I hope you're still here, man. Hope anyone is still here, honestly.
I'm here.
Yay!
I've been trying to hold the fort while you were gone.
Yeah, my fault. I lost track of time and didn't realize it was time for dinner. So when Bradley called that food was here, I thought he just like ordered lunch. Not realizing it was nearly 4 o'clock. so my bad.
I did my best. I offered a little bit of fun trivia. So, after his original cameo in Transformers number 3, Spider-Man did actually leave an impact on the Marvel Transformers comic run after that.
Cool.
It was because of old PD that Megatron learned not to underestimate humans. So we now have Peter Parker to thank for the Decepticons seeing humanity as more of a threat than we actually are.
Oh. Well. I guess what Jameson said is true. Peter is nice.
I mean, there's some good and some bad to it. The Decepticons were a little more hesitant to just attack out in the open. But at the same time, now they're also taking more extreme measures to make sure we don't intervene when they do that.
Got it.
And, funny fact, it's not the only time Spider-Man has crossed over with Transformers in a comic book.
10 seconds.
Really?
Nah, man. No creepy hidden ambush spots in
In more recent times, back when IDW was still doing their own universe. I think it was IDW, could have been Dreamwave for all I know. There was a crossover between the Avengers, which included Spider-Man at the time, and Transformers.
Oh. Buggy Tech. I've been there.
It's been effectively sectioned off as its own little pocket universe, but still.
It exists. Also, I may have found the perfect game to play on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh?
Bully. By Rockstar.
Oh! You mean GTA for kids? Sure, that'll do.
Yeah! Like, honestly, I love Bully more than I love any of their other games. I kind of wish they would make.
I mean, I've got it on my Xbox also.
It's a damn good game.
It's fun. Especially when you know how to access the cheat code, so you've got enough of everything to be an absolute menace. All hail the chaos that is the rubber band ball.
Keep it up.
Fun fact, I only really tried playing Bully for the first time because I watched Jay from the Cub Scouts play it.
I remember Jay. Haven't watched him in a while.
It's actually the same reason why I never gave 60 Seconds Apocalypse Survival a chance.
Oh.
It is technically still on my Switch, I just haven't played it in years.
Don't worry, Drone. You don't have to cover for them anymore. Looks like they're base to me. They could call for reinforcements? Not if I cut the relay first. You've been around all the other blinds, haven't you, Birdie? check out the other blinds to locate their base.
I'm gonna uncover this. I'm gonna take care of the other two blind. Oh shit, lasers. I'll take care of the other two blinds, and then we'll get to the one mission with my favorite joke.
Good thing I've been practicing my parkour.
Yes.
Ah, man. Should have been more careful.
Ah, the typical bear stealth fail. Classic.
I need to learn to call myself before I go springing traps again. Gotta turn these things off. Should find the control panel.
I love that that's...
You mean like that?
Now I don't have to deal with those traps.
I love how that's infamous enough to be like...
Wanna let me in on some
to
hunter
be
secrets?
classic.
By your own admission, this happens too often to not
What else
be.
can I learn here?
That, yeah, you're right.
Seems like I can reroute a nervicide to their sprinkler system, which should knock out some hunters. Time to find that last blind, and hopefully their base.
I am not good at stealth games. I am not good at stealth. Period.
For me, it's a case of I start off bad, but I eventually get good enough to be, you know, functional.
For me, it's a case of I start off bad and I do good.
Reinforcements? Really?
Like when I tried to play Dishonored, like I kept having to reload saves all the freaking time.
Well, at the very least, you're not nearly as bad at things as... Well, I hesitate to say she's bad at it, but like you're not nearly as forgetful as my sister Rapidash. She played the Order 1886 or whatever it was at the time,
Gonna have to pull
and
this out.
she forgot she had a crossbow on her back at one point.
Base is here in the financial district.
How did you forget?
And stayed stuck on a stealth section for weeks because of it.
Oh my god.
Spider-Man guarding service.
And only ever made it past that stealth section because I happened to walk past at the time and see just the crossbow on her back. And she's like, I forgot that was there. Like, and from her reaction, she genuinely had forgotten she had it. I mean, I've had moments where I got that level of forgetful too, so I can't entirely pull this on her, but like it was like right in her face at all times because of a third-person perspective.
Hey, Yuri. I checked out the old hospital that the Flame said he'd be at.
But yeah, after I pointed out that crossbow, she made it through that stealth section first try.
We need a plan before we go in.
Sure. There's a rooftop near the hospital. We'll talk there.
Alright, time for the mission. Woo!
To put it in TF2 terms, she was playing like a spy when she should have been playing like a sniper.
You still got it? Let's see what this thing's made of.
Okay, I've overlaid the serum with an old sample of Connor's blood. If you can destroy the atoms blocking the lizard receptors, we can make an antidote, and then we're golden.
Like a goose.
Like a clever goose. So how's the suit working out for you?
It's good. Great, even. Just takes some getting used to.
Yeah. I'm gonna really put it through its paces when this is over.
Won't be long now.
I love how, despite Pete kind of starting to fall to the addiction that is the suit, he's still thinking of Harry.
Yeah.
There. Huzzah! Huzzah.
Wait. Does the structure look unstable to you?
Huh. If we could beam a few electrons in there, it'd stabilize it, but it's not like we have a
Particle accelerator? That'd be like
The
using
way
a
they
shotgun for a
both
haircut.
just get excited when they realize they have a particle accelerator.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I mean, yeah.
The text said it needs repair, but maybe it's okay.
Like, it's just showing that there's still kids at heart.
No black holes, no
Like,
black
I
holes, no
love
black
the way
holes.
these two are written.
Huh.
Like, their friendship really shines through.
They feel close enough to be like brothers,
intersection out of
and I love that
There's no
so
way to
much.
fix it without going inside.
Oh, I love this part.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
The suit will protect me, right?
Peter, I don't know about this.
Relax and be a good proton.
Huh?
Stay positive.
Oh.
Science joke.
Inside of a particle accelerator like.
But also, just
Amazing.
him
You gotta crawl in this
with
when you
that
get the suit
sly
back.
smile,
Oh,
walking
yeah.
backwards
It's at the
as
top
the
of my
suit
list.
starts to form
What's
around
gonna happen
him.
when I realign it anyway?
There aren't any other pressure problems, nothing. You can come right out.
Harry!
It's powering up, but the beam's erratic. Use the magnets to stabilize it.
How?
Just find the sweet spot.
Particle accelerators do not have sweet spots!
There, good?
There's one more set of magnets ahead. If you can't stabilize the beam, it'll destroy the serum.
I got it. Do not wipe my library cards. Don't touch the beam, don't touch the beam. Next.
You did it, Pete! We're home free! Come on out!
What is that?
Probably a static discharge. Means the accelerator's working. Clever frickin' goose.
Is it working?
Lizard
Like,
antidote, here we come.
if I were to ever write the dynamic between these two characters, this is how I'd want it to be.
So the suit's got some sensitive ears.
Apparently. What happened?
More static discharges. The accelerator's still running, though. The serum's okay.
Fire.
How did they not notice that?
You get that side, I'll get this side.
Got it! That'll work. Good, good.
The static discharges must have fried our fire suppression sensors. I'll try to trigger them manually.
Is the antidote still getting made?
It should be. But if the fires damage the accelerator, we'll lose it.
Stop with the spreading already!
Beautiful. Not for long. Easy.
I can only imagine what Norman's gonna think when he sees this.
It's too spicy for webs.
Oh, he. Honestly, I don't know. Like,
another fire's out. How you doing, Harry?
Okay.
I'm bypassing every safety lock known to
In
man.
which case, yeah, like, I'm glad that's your first priority.
Thing that goes wrong with any big undertaking. This was our one.
Don't jinx us. Harry won't be able to put out the rest of these fires himself.
Seriously, you know how Parker loves those.
That's the last of them. There are more fires up here, Pete.
On my way.
Worked.
Oh.
So you'll power it down.
Weird.
I'll grab the antidote, find Dr. Connors.
Not so fast. There are 67 shutdown steps. If we take it out before then, we'll lose the antidote.
Oof. Sounds like it's gonna be a while. You hungry? I could go get a pizza. Shut it down and get the antidote. I'll handle this.
I love the hat that's kind of like, oh, goody.
Tell me where he is.
They call you a hero?
Anyways, what I gotta say was like, I love the interactions here. I keep saying that I'm a broken record, but I do. I love the way these characters are written.
Yep. Like I also like, even though MJ and Harry don't spend a whole lot of time on screen together, you can still feel like a friendship there.
Why are they here?
Especially once like things really start to kick off.
Sorry, Harry. Why are you apologizing? I'm not worried. You got the suit.
That she's at his apartment as he's getting progressively more sick.
Diverting the beam into the auxiliary tunnel. What's new with you?
Well, I just got an extension on my student loans.
Like she's looking out for him while Peter is being. Well, I say that while Peter is being.
Only 30 steps left until the antidote's ready.
Great, because I don't think these guys are gonna stop coming.
Fully Lowenthal, you mean?
Fully Lowenthal. Forgot about that one.
I can't even take credit for that. Someone else did that.
Oh, it's so good though.
I found that on a YouTube video.
Coming down!
It's almost powered down.
I'll finish it and grab the antidote. You need to get out.
I can't leave. I'm the only one who.
Watch out!
Quickly! Cover the exit! Tell Craven we have the spider!
Craven's gonna have fun with you.
Harry!
Here we go!
You want me? Come and get me!
What the hell was that?
I don't know!
Peter's final symbiote ability, at least for
In the
this.
suit! You okay?
I think so. I'm going to the breaker room. I can do the next steps there. Are you okay?
Yeah! I feel amazing!
Get out of there!
Let's do this! Come on!
And thus,
Craven was
Bully Lowenthal truly is created.
you have? Really?
Which?
I'm just going back to that thought I had for the MDC2 thing I was doing.
Hold on. Here it comes.
I didn't know there were bears in these woods. Okay, before we get down to business, there's something I have to tell you. I'm fresh out of honey.
Whoever wrote that line, they deserve a raise.
I want to shake your hand, whoever you are.
I thought it was funny.
Before we get down to business, there's one thing I have to say.
You know, all this damage wouldn't take long.
Fresh out of honey.
Keep some of it as a pet. Those arrows must have ruptured the accelerator's shielding. Beams scraping the tunnel.
Can you still shut it down? What about the antidote?
Still being made, but time to start crossing fingers.
No, I can parry it. You sure that axe is big enough?
But yeah, like, remember that one plot point I had going on with Oscorp experimenting with his symbiotes from a captured Venom? Just picture this, since it is a combination of Marvel and DC in here. LexCorp, run by a cloned Lex Luthor, because of course Lex wouldn't let anyone else run his company.
Terrific.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I can imagine, like...
Oh no.
I can honestly imagine that when he created his clone...
Yes?
He didn't just use his own DNA to try and make a perfect clone. I can imagine that... You remember his, I guess she was a bodyguard? Or something? She was like...
And destroying everything.
Oh,
I vaguely remember, yes.
You need to get out.
I can imagine him using both their DNA for the clone.
We can still finish the
Because
antidote.
I do remember the two of them being
can.
white clones.
Hey, they also had Supergirl's DNA in there to make that clone of her. Why not throw a little bit of that in there for Kryptonian powers? Because of course Lex would want those.
So you like smashing things? How about I smash your face?
Also, the costume changed again when I activated symbiote surge.
Structural collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately.
You're gonna... Are you hearing this, Harry? How much longer?
I know. I'm on the last 2 steps.
Harry! This place is coming down! We need to leave!
No! It'll hold! I'm so close!
Anyway, you were saying about his clone?
What I'm getting at is, like, yeah, this particular cloned Lex is running LexCorp, and I could see them competing with Oscorp in the whole medical advancement field, while Oscorp's doing its thing with its symbiotes in order to effectively revolutionize the world of medicine by making, you know, a cure for cancer or other diseases based on the symbiote's regenerative factor.
Harry.
LexCorp is straight up making the Superman pills from the Injustice series.
Fine,
Oh
we'll go for
my
it, but the
God.
Foundation...
I don't care about that right now. Are you sure you're okay?
I considered originally maybe it was like, you know how there's like iron supplements and other such things
Get
for
in
like
there.
the miscellaneous
See what you can
metals
save.
we take in?
Yeah.
I had originally thought, what if they made those with nth metal? But then I realized, where would they get the nth metal?
Foundation doesn't matter.
So here we get to
This was our
see
dream,
Peter's
and it still is. But right now we have to focus on finding
change
Dr.
right
Connors and getting
here,
you
where
healthy
he just
again.
goes, the Foundation doesn't matter.
got
When, like, a couple days ago, that's all that mattered. Well, it wasn't all that mattered, but you know what I mean.
It was super important.
And now he's just dismissing it.
And thus, the first act of Bully Lowenthal.
We're already in, but
Hey, you've
I'm
reached
going to assume we're already in, like, Act 2, right?
Good enough. Leave a message.
Well into it, yes.
I want to say Act 2 starts once Peter has a symbiote.
Hey, Genki.
Hey, dude. One of the friends got its wires all crossed with an old Hunter transmission. Figured you might want to look into it. Maybe it'll lead to Lee. Sending you the source coordinates.
Really appreciate it, man.
No problem. Everything good? Haley and I are a little worried.
It's okay. I just need everything to get back to normal first. I'll make it up to her, though. We're missing her exhibit.
Okay, dude. Hope the lead pans out.
Oh, right, this one. Oh, before that, I do want to do this one mission, because we get to see... I love this mission, because you get to play as Haley.
Friends of the Danicast, I woke up today
All right.
with one question on my mind.
And you
But
get
yeah.
you get to hear things from
at
her
the Emily May
perspective.
Foundation last
That
night.
is,
Yeah.
One
there's
minute we're
nothing.
talking philanthropy and using the means of production for good, and the next we're looking at a war zone. And yeah, listen, clearly those hunters were involved. Clearly they're the baddies here. But y'all saw
Not what
the
I
same
meant to
footage
do.
of Spider-Man. I did, yeah? The way that new black suit moves, how vicious it is. Call me a worrywart if you want, but something ain't right. Times like these, take care of the little things. 64 ounces of water every day. See you soon, folks.
You know, I like Danica, and I like the Danicast. It's so much better than just the facts. Kind of wish she had like an actual like, experience in the game, because like if you look, like Danica does have an in-game model, and she does show up sometimes.
Yeah. Finishing my train of thought there, it's like, you know how companies compete with each other all the time with one product or another, and now we're effectively having two companies that heavily deal with super whatevers making some form of medical enhancement in some capacity. One intended to cure diseases, the other intended to straight up make people stronger. And these have the side effect of giving people superpowers.
Right?
So,
I mean, thank you.
superpowered steroids.
More or less.
I love how Yuri just doesn't give, like, she every time Miles or Peter tries to give her a fist bump or a high five, she just looks away like no. Oh, right, we got suits to unlock. We got one from Peter. Holy crap. The upgraded suit from Far From Home. If I remember correctly, he used this in No Way Home as well.
He did.
And it led to the hybrid suit.
When the nanotech he ended up kind of using to control Doc Ock's arms was returned to him.
Yep. Honestly, that was kind of cool. It gave him a whole new suit. Also, I love the new blue suit. I don't even know what it's from, but it looks cool.
So there was a time where Peter was a part of the Fantastic Four in the aftermath of Johnny Storm's passing.
Yes.
In some alternate timelines, his suit more or less looked like this.
Okay.
In order to fit in with the Fantastic Four's aesthetic, he went with the black and the blue.
Makes sense. I'm gonna keep Bully Maguire on for now, though, because it's too funny.
Uh-huh.
Alright, we got the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. suit. And I'm gonna be real, I wish these different variants had, like, different logos. Like, one of them had sword, one of them had...
Hammer, one of them had Hydra, one of the... like...
It's a missed opportunity, but it's not that big a deal.
In the end, nah.
And the Great Responsibility suit from the first Miles Morales game. And we have a Miles variant. Honestly, it looks better with Miles' color scheme. Although the knee pads and arm pads are still kind of meh.
Weird.
Yeah. Oh, right, I forgot we got this suit.
My favorite version, actually, kind of, like, of the suit you just unlocked. The one you said looked better Miles' colors. I like the one on the far right, where it is Miles' colors, but there's a lot more red.
Yeah, it does look better. But I forgot.
I mean, it does kind of resemble Scarlet Spider Kane that way, but eh. I think Miles wears it better.
I also forgot we unlocked the Mysterio suit, which has a few color variants. This one just straight up screams White Power Ranger.
I love it so much. Like, that is just straight up Kiba Ranger.
Yep. And we know people on the dev team are Toku fans.
I mean, that wouldn't be the first or only time Miles got a Toku-related suit.
Yeah.
Or a color pattern thereof. I kind of wish that the Raimi black suit here had an alternate set of colors. Imagine if they did actually make the white or like bright silver webbing and spider logos that I had said the other time.
That would be cool.
Or hilariously, just did that in the normal Wen suit colors, but you still have the logo and webbing and the eyes of the Raimi symbiote.
Yes, it was hideous. Until someone else showed up and painted over it. Such detailed work. Best thing to ever happen to me. Business has never boomed. No, bloomed like this.
That is gorgeous. Well, when you see them, tell them I said thank you.
Oh, here she is. You can thank her yourself.
Hey, miss, thank
I
you.
love the fact
for
that the helmet's all
services.
smoky too.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you may notice there's no audio, or at the very least, like, not a lot of audio.
That's because this character is deaf, right?
Yep.
Which, that is a neat detail.
Mm-hmm. Also, like the little cartoon things, like it also helps to like it helps.
Like, it definitely gets the player to better understand what her world is like.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, non-intrusive motion controls for once.
Yep. Honestly, like I love this. I love this little side mission. It's a nice break from all the action.
And it's also not a stealth mission.
Yes. Thank God there are no stealth missions like there like in the vein of Miles and MJ in the first game. Instead, like when you play as MJ, she has a gun. Well, stun gun.
A stun gun, but still.
Later in the game, it might as well be a gun. Once that thing gets fully upgraded. Uh-oh. Aww. Little kitty with a Spider-Man toy. It's so cute.
Happy kitty. Even cats love Spider-Man.
Well, we already know that.
Yeah. We've seen one wearing his mask.
I was thinking more in the case of Black Cat. Also, Sleepy Kitty. Oh, he's hugging the Spider-Man plush. That's so cute.
I've seen my own cats do that with a teddy bear.
That's adorable.
Me whenever someone compliments anything I've drawn. And I love the little mood icons that float around the character's head when you're doing all this.
Yep. If I press the R2 button all the way down, she gets like a bad mood. So I have to lightly press R2, and she's in a good mood. I guess if I press it too hard, like she's pressing the spray, but the spray thing like too hard or something.
The plunger, yeah.
Now see, that looks great.
It does. Coalition, we all need support sometimes.
Yeah, there was a Danicast broadcast where Genki is signing for Haley, and she's talking about the coalition for young and up and coming artists, so that they can work together, and they're also protected from like art thieves, people trying to steal their work, people trying to take credit. Well,
you know that.
And then you swung in.
Yep.
Wait.
Yeah, like what you were saying earlier about the color pattern here. I really see it. That is just straight up Kiba Ranger.
Exactly.
The only thing that's off is the spider logo being white instead of gold.
I wonder if they deliver.
But much like the black on the sleeves and on the knees, I can see that as being an artistic liberty.
Okay. Easy. I hope those kids enjoy the autumn sunshine bouquet.
Hell, even the eyes are turned black that kind of resemble Power Rangers' typical visor. Like, they could have still gone with, like, black smoke or gray smoke and given us white eyes, but no.
Alright, I'm gonna go do Bebop.
Think we'll see Rocksteady there, too?
I knew it. I knew you were gonna make that joke.
Beginning text-to-speech call.
I mean, you left the door wide open.
Kids at the hospital
Yeah, I did.
loved the flowers. Thanks, Miles.
Hold up. How'd you know it was me?
They were labeled Order for Music Man. Not very cryptic.
Oh, well, hey, I want to support what you do for them. It's really cool.
Thanks. You're really cool.
I
Later,
love these two.
Music Man.
Haley and Miles, they're so cute.
Yeah. Like, they're adorable.
I know Miles has had a number of like love interests over the course of his own career as Spider-Man, through different comics and movies. And of course, these games. Like one very popular couple is him and Gwen. But honestly, I'm
I
glad.
think this is the sweetest and cutest relationship he's ever been in.
Yeah, I'm honestly like, okay, fans don't lynch me, but I'm honestly glad that Gwen Stacy isn't here. Because, like, when I was doing the Spider-Bot mission, and I got the Gwen, the Spider-Gwen Spider-Bot, I had mentioned before, but when I was doing it on my other file, Peter makes no mention of Gwen at all.
Almost like she doesn't exist in this timeline.
Exactly. I think that might be the case.
Which would be a similarity. No, what I would say, it would be a similarity shared with the Raimiverse, but that's not true.
She showed up in the third movie, and everyone, like, forgets she was in the third movie.
Evidently, she was.
Truck was the pre-1970s kind.
It was either her or a newly introduced Felicia Hardy, but like one of them was supposed to become the Vulture's sidekick in the proposed Spider-Man 4.
But I'm not sure I'm following.
Pre-1970s trucks were terrible polluters because they had no catalytic converters. My office did an initiative to get them off the roads. So there are now very
But yeah,
few
I like
trucks
Miles
in
and
the same
Haley. They're cute together.
Si tuviéramos alguna forma de
And like,
localizarlo.
Haley,
I got an idea.
Haley really holds her own. She like, she has her own stuff going, and like, she has a whole art coalition thing.
Miles right about
She
those
like,
trucks. They
she
probably left behind
sells
kind of
some of
residue.
her art pieces. She's doing really well for herself.
I heard there's a star-studded
I got a fun fact for you.
If I find the missing pieces, yeah.
Depending on when during the game you visit the graves for Aunt May and Jeff Davis, the characters will say different things.
Bro,
Yep.
let me focus.
Right. Good luck.
Like depending on like if you go near the beginning of the game, while you have the black suit on, after you get the black suit off, and like at the end of the game.
I can't believe people would do this. I was so excited about this exhibit. The whole museum, really. Look, this is an unfortunate situation I'm in here. I mean, you know how much I care about protecting the collective history of this community.
I do,
Oh, this guy's a
which
dick.
is why I hope this won't derail your support.
Okay, let's see if those trucks left anything behind.
Spider-Man's here. Spider-Man, any news?
Working on some new leads. I'll let you know.
This looks like it could be something from a prehistoric heist truck.
You know my feelings.
Smell that sulfur. Definitely from an old engine.
Maybe I can isolate it further. To identify the substance.
One thing I definitely enjoy about the take on Miles we have in these games is that a lot of his relationships are just so damn wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid allergies. Anyways, like a lot of the relationships they give him are just super wholesome, and I love that.
Aromatic hydrocarbon. This will never make it through a catalytic converter.
Hey, Ma, you were right.
Like,
That truck
the
was so
relationship
old,
with his
it
mom
left a
is, like,
unique
really
contaminant in its wake.
Fantastico. Can you track it down?
It's kind of like a counterpoint to Peter, where Miles, like, where Peter's life as Spider-Man makes his relationships as Peter worse,
One thing at a time.
Okay, I know.
and oftentimes because he keeps that
And let me know
you know,
what you
life
find.
as Spider-Man secret, the people closest to Miles all know what he's doing, and it in turn helps with his work-life balance here.
And I mean, I wouldn't say rarely, but his friends and family are not often targeted for knowing who he is.
Benefits of only having just recently started out as a spider.
Yep.
Technically, he's only had one supervillain of his own so far.
The rest of it fell off the truck.
Better
understand, sir. We'll keep looking for the last item.
Granted, he also pissed off the Kingpin,
What did I tell you?
but
He'll pay
not
when
much
we
he can
deliver
do
the
from
saxophone.
behind bars.
Saxophone. I think you know where. Settle down, idiot. This guy's loaded. Just need to make him happy. Oh, I am done. I'm gonna go find that guy and take my money.
Take out the big guy first.
Spider-Man! Did you really think you've seen the last of me?
How the hell did the spider find us?
More friends? Let's go.
Come on, guys! Hit the spider pump! You're done now, Spider-Man!
Okay.
I do like that little moment after the Mega Venom
Let's
blast
open up
where
that
he's,
truck
like,
and get the rest of
holding
those
his
pieces.
side.
Yeah, like you can
Empty.
see him catching his breath.
They must have already given their boss whatever was in here. All roads seem to lead to that guy. Sounds like somebody's phone. Okay. So there's something out there they're still looking for. So I found the second truck, but it was empty.
Oh no.
But they lost one of the pieces somehow. Charlie Parker's saxophone.
Oh, Miles. Head over to CJ Walker Park.
Okay. Why?
One of our interns said she heard a guy talking about a saxophone he found. I didn't believe her at first. She's kind of a bochichera.
If it's the one these guys lost, their boss seemed really interested in finding it.
As he should be. Charlie Parker's a legend. That saxophone is priceless.
Who should I look for at the park?
I don't have a name. They said a trumpet player was talking about it.
Trumpet! Got it!
Thanks, mi arañita. Let me know what happens. Te quiero.
Gotta change clothes first. Don't want to disrupt the festival.
I love that. My little spider.
Okay. Where is this trumpet guy? This place looks a lot better today than it did when Fisk and his crew took it over.
Like, legitimately, like, first off, well, yeah, he did sort of piss off the Kingpin. Like, really, Miles only has one supervillain of his own right now. He does have beef with Mr. Negative, but so does Peter.
Yeah.
Hey, Miles.
Steph, what's up? You here with Gloria?
Nah, she's working.
I just got here.
Right, I forgot about
Was
Steph.
looking for a
She's
trumpet player.
Gloria's
You
girlfriend.
seen one anywhere?
Yeah, Teo is here, playing his trumpet.
Teo plays trumpet?
Mm-hmm. I think he was over near that far gate.
Great. Thanks, Steph. And say hi to Gloria for me.
Like, it... I mentioned the way Miles letting people in and just kind of doing less secretive stuff between his, you know, the people closest to him. Like,
Booming, my friend. How you liking those locks?
I'm looking for the right words here. He's got a healthier work-life balance with his spider stuff because he's got the healthier relationships with the people around him.
See you around.
It seems to be a running theme with Miles that, like, just a tight-knit community of people makes living life that much better.
Yeah. So I love how this mission brings you back to like a lot of the side characters.
Can I get you anything?
Miles Morales, like
no,
Camilla,
thanks.
Caleb.
I'm looking for Teo. Have you seen him?
Steph,
I've been busy in
Teo.
the truck, but I can hear him. Just follow the sound of his trumpet.
Which then brings me back to that point. I reiterate, a lot of the themes with Miles are of community.
Like, I'm pretty sure that, like, Camilla, Caleb, I don't know about Steph and Gloria, or Teo for that matter, but I know, like, there's a handful of people that know he's Spider-Man, like, Haley,
Thanks, everyone.
the graffiti artist, who I don't think pops up in this game.
Hey, Spider-Man.
Hey, Miles. Teo. Sounding good, man. Wow,
But I know there's at least like a handful. There's a handful of people in Harlem that knows
When I was
he's
in Keynote
Spider-Man,
Music this
and they
morning
keep
getting
it
my
a secret.
horn fixed, some kids brought in a sax they found on the street. Was thinking it could potentially be the
Because
one
they
from
don't
the
believe
museum.
Jameson's bullshit.
I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I'm trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, 100%. You talking about Keynote on Cathedral?
Yeah. Talk to Eugene.
Thanks. Headed there right now. Trumpet sounds great, bro.
Also, notice that next to Spider-Man the Cat's bed is a Miles plush.
Hi,
Maybe
Benedito.
Tio does know
Angela will be so relieved. This just might save the museum.
Or
Hey,
it
did
could
you know
just be
Tio
that
played
he
the
also
trumpet?
likes that Spider-Man.
He's pretty good, too. Had an audience and everything. The whole park was
Could be
bumping.
both.
Precisely why this museum is so important. Music enriches our community and brings it together.
Is that my mom or Councilwoman Morales talking?
It's both. Ten cuidado, mijo.
I like how they don't translate Miho, because like at this point I feel like everyone knows what that means.
Yep.
That's like
basically just saying my boy. That's
Yeah.
basically it.
Hey, Spider-Man!
Like
I was
it's
about
like
to put an alert in your app.
in Common Rider, like translating the
Creepy
word
guys just
henshin.
dragged Eugene out of here. Definitely wasn't right. They
At
went
this
that way.
point, like you don't have
check
to
it
do
out.
that because everyone knows what it means.
Let's scan for any clues.
As opposed to Carduno fan subs when they did fan subs for the miscellaneous Beast era Transformers shows, where they do in fact translate the word henshin whenever it's used.
There are better ways to do it.
Was it henshin or hengay? Because I know,
They say henshin.
because I know like some. Apparently,
It's a thing with Japanese Transformers, which I find amusing. If it has a vehicle mode primarily, it shouts transform. But if it has a beast mode primarily, with its two exceptions, actually more like 4 in Beast Wars 2nd, then it's henshin. Those 4 exceptions being a pair of Predacons, well, quartet of Predacons, who started off with vehicle modes and later got beast modes and stuck with transform for their command
As long as
code.
they left me my keys. Here, take these and open my trunk.
But yeah, if it started with a beast mode, henshin. If it started with a vehicle mode, transform.
Right.
Charlie Parker saxophone. That's the real deal right there. I was getting ready to return to the museum.
And Carduno fan subs, they do a great job of translating what we have.
He used that to record his masterpiece.
But they
Ornithology,
go to the extent of
1946.
translating henshin, and it's basically just them shouting metamorph.
My dad was. I don't know much about old music.
Oh. Were you here at MC today?
Charlie
You
Parker was
syncopated
like in the
accents.
1940s.
Stress
Yes,
the
that
arc,
is old.
flow
Shut up,
in
Eugene.
and out of the rhythm. Ain't nothing but bebop.
I'll have to listen a little closely next time.
I'll get this back to the museum right away.
Honestly,
gotta call my
I think I know where he's coming from.
Okay.
Good music
Thanks,
is
man.
timeless.
Yeah.
If I could get into the phone these guys were using to communicate with the mastermind. Wow. All zeros is a number equivalent of password as a password.
Miles' tech-savvy nature comes in handy.
Just a midnight rendezvous with criminal mastermind. No biggie.
And now you have exactly where you need to go.
Huh. Doesn't seem like the mission unlocked. We actually have to wait for a bit.
You know, going back to a thing I was mentioning earlier with the kind of superhuman steroid drug race or whatever.
Who's this?
There is a thing I actually was gonna suggest now that it's popped into my head.
And find the rest of those museum pieces.
Jay West is going on about how, you know, he's, you know, vengeful with and jealous of his sister for the whole Flash funeral thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, depending on how well we could do this, I could see him purposely choosing to take the Kryptonian pills, to put it that way, just to gain Kryptonian super speed. It's not the same as the Speed Force, but it's still fast.
That's true.
No one here yet.
And seeing as how, like,
I'll just hang for a bit until the party starts.
seeing as how his whole thing is that, like, he was jealous that he never got super speed. I can see him doing that. But combining that with his slow powers could lead him to becoming the other version of the Reverse Flash. Because I think we talked about
You set this meeting up. No,
we did.
The one that quite literally reverses time when he runs.
Aaron? The big donor from the museum? Better bust up this party and have a talk with him. I should get the whole bunch wrapped up before they
So,
hurt
yeah, there you have it. A little thing I was gonna set up for background that affected my spiders can now affect your Flash.
Nice.
With our fists. Yeah, hang on now. We should have never trusted you in the first place.
Zap!
I see you! Zap!
What's he doing here? We need Leon with the big gun. They're still on the way. Spider-Man, help me! I was just trying to get the stolen things back for the museum. That's not true. I can explain.
That's gonna have to be a longer conversation.
I'll get you.
So, yeah, there you go. A piece of world building I was gonna use for my own story can be used for yours.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Spider-Man. And I assure you, there's a very reasonable explanation.
Because originally, I had thought, what if LexCorp was trying to buy out Oscorp or absorb it or something, and its refusal to give in led to this sort of corporate war to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. I mean, like, LexCorp does that with Wayne Tech all the time. Like in other videos, so I'm not that surprised.
You're not gonna win this.
Darren? Are you kidding me? He was right here. I still have his number. Sounds like he's close.
Oh my, he's running away!
Bad guys on Darren's tail. Can't blame them. They want their money.
Who is this? Is this Lewis?
Darren, stop the car!
Spider-Man? Can you at least stop these guys chasing me?
You weren't trying to retrieve those things. You were the one behind the robbery in the first place.
I care about these objects!
You pretended to care, and then stole from the museum. It's this community's history.
It's my family's history. I don't expect
you to understand.
I don't think I'm the one who doesn't understand. Let's get these other bad guys out the way first. Gotta stop this
So
before
yeah,
all these
Darren-
guys behind while police are on their way. Gotta catch up to Darren.
Darren's an asshole. He thinks he's entitled to.
Look, my father was one of the most successful music producers ever. He produced half the artists in that museum.
Good for him. Now stop the car and tell me where the rest of the
He
pieces
thinks
are.
he's entitled to all the stuff in the museum that his father produced.
Not today, Darren.
Most of the artists depicted. It's kind of like the debate between, like...
Glad I remember which one was the break. Should probably get my license one of these days.
Like, should this be in the museum or should it be
so I get
returned
this
to its people?
All that talk of supporting the museum.
You know?
All Angela's time you wasted asking about operations and security.
Although in this case,
All
it's
lies.
kind of like
So you can learn how to steal
opposite.
But my family.
Because in this case,
I'm sure you do care about
the,
this music.
it's
But those
one
things don't
person
belong
who's
to you.
being selfish,
They belong
and
to
the
me.
Miles is giving a speech, dude.
Let's go, sir. You're under arrest.
Is that the me or Darren?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
This event would not have been possible without our wonderful curator, Angela, and this entire community. The way we pulled together to recover the stolen items is nothing less than...
Like, we could carry on with that thought after the cutscene.
Okay.
Speaking of, there you go.
Yeah. So basically, instead of like the museum being like selfish and like the people just wanting their stuff back, it is the other way around. The man is being selfish because he thinks it belongs to him because his father helped produce most of these artists. Whereas the museum is for the community, it's for the people.
Yeah, those are some funk beats. Gotta study up on this guy.
Drummer
I see some of these instruments and I'm flashing back to Fallout 3.
Drummer Clyde Stubblefield laid down some of the most influential and most sampled funk rhymes ever recorded. His drum patterns laid the foundation not only for funk music, but also for much of hip-hop. Nice.
I think Abuela had a book about her. Gotta take a look when I get home.
A dancer, singer, and comedian? Okay. Florence Mills shot to stardom after her role in the hit 1921 Broadway musical Shuffle Along.
Yeah, comedian.
Okay. An outspoken advocate of equal rights for Black Americans, she was a powerful role model and broke numerous racial barriers.
Like, honestly, a lot of this stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've seen a bunch of places in this game that I'd be like, yeah, I would visit that IRL if I could.
Right? Bro, it's so inspiring.
Same.
You wanna have breakfast tomorrow? I can tell you all my new music ideas. Let's do it.
I don't think any of us are gonna see Avengers Tower, but hey.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
All that? And she was a secret agent fighting Nazis? Huh. Josephine Baker, role model.
Josephine Baker was a firework, an entertainer, civil rights activist, and undercover agent in the French resistance during World War II. She captivated audiences around the world. The first black woman to star in a major motion picture in 1971, or 1927, Jesus. She made a splash performance, or a splash, performing at the full... I'm not.
Wallace, we can't French people. We're sorry. We can't really speak French or read it too well.
In Paris.
We're dumb Americans.
Yeah, we're dumb Americans. In Paris, sometimes accompanied by her pet cheetah. Damn.
Hope I could say I accomplished that much someday.
A Trinidad-born American, Hazel Scott was a piano prodigy and a virtuoso who received scholarships to study at Juilliard at age 8. She became an acclaimed jazz and classical pianist and vocalist throughout the 1930s and 1940s in New York nightclubs. The first black woman to have her own television show in America, she used her visibility to advocate for civil rights. Oh yeah, good for you.
Mm.
Miles, isn't this place awesome? I'm embarrassed to say I've never been here before, but after hearing about the robbery, I thought I'd better come check it out. From what I heard, that guy convinced himself all this stuff rightfully belonged to him.
Crazy what some people can convince themselves is true.
Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Alright, back to the game.
Hey, I heard you helped find the missing saxophone.
Yeah, I got to hold it. Bird coaxed miracles from that hunk of metal.
My dad was a big Charlie Parker fan. He'd be happy to know the sax is here for everyone to appreciate.
And maybe lead them back to the music. Music is magic.
It's arguably the finest.
Okay, I think we looked at everything in this room.
Indeed it is, good sir. Indeed it is.
Down on Lenox Avenue the other night.
Music is definitely magic.
The pale, dull pallor of an old gaslight. He did a lazy sway. He did a lazy sway. That's some lyrics right there.
Langston Hughes wrote poetry, plays, and novels, and was greatly influenced during the Harlem Renaissance. He wrote for black people about black people, in the style of a black art form, jazz. His words mimic the swing, the rhymes, or rhythms, the repetition of jazz. The Weary Blues by Langston Hughes. Ooh, that rhymes. The droning of a drowsy, syncopated tune, rocking back and forth to a mellow croon. I heard a... oh.
Well, it was a different time.
I'm
Don't
not...
need to finish reading.
I am legally not allowed to say that word.
Yeah, neither am I.
The rest of the lyrics, though, are actually pretty good. I just can't... I'm legally not allowed to say that word. Claude McKay was a Jamaican
in the world.
American poet, novelist, intellectual, and political activist who became a central figure in the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s. His poems celebrated Jamaican culture and pushed back against the racism he experienced when he came to America.
We were hoping you'd be here. Oh,
Wow. Your mom is something else.
That she is.
Can you believe that guy pretended to be a donor and then robbed the place? Thank God he didn't get away with it.
I agree. This stuff needs to be here. Not in some guy's penthouse where he's the only one who could see it.
So this one, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know how true a lot of these are, but I know for a fact that at least part of this is fiction. Gabe,
I mean, yeah, that's S.H.I.E.L.D.
And save the world stuff.
Gabriel Jones was an accomplished jazz trumpeter in 1930s Harlem, who studied with Danny "Drummer" Bellaman. The two remained friends and played music together before enlisting in Army intelligence during World War II. Bellaman was held as a POW by the Nazis and valiantly gave his life while saving humanity from a Nazi virus. Jones later served in the Korean War and served a long and distinguished career in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Honestly, I think this is kind of a neat touch. Whether this is fiction or not, or a little of both, like, it sprinkles a little bit of Marvel history in with real-world history, and it really does blend really well.
It does, because it has me questioning whether all of this is fiction or not. Like, it actually has me questioning.
Angela, I'm Miles.
And beyond that, it further fleshes out this world. We're definitely going to be seeing more by the time the Wolverine game comes out, so...
Oh, hell yeah!
Mom and Spider-Man, of course. Whew, this neighborhood is blessed to have them both.
Sorry, I'm just really excited for the Wolverine game.
I mean, there's a costume basically built to hype up that game that you can unlock later on.
It was your tip that helped with the saxophone recovery.
Oh, not really. It was all ours, Spider-Man. The guy, not the cat.
Well, it was a community effort. Give your Spider-Man some ear scratches for me.
I will.
Aww.
And the cat very clearly wants attention. I think the cat recognizes Miles, too.
Yeah, more than likely, yes. Yeah, break it down, Miles. Break it down.
It's just nice to see Miles jam out like this.
So basically, Bebop let musicians show off. Eugene was right.
Saxophonist.
That is what MCs do. Gonna listen a little more
Saxophonist Charlie
closely.
Parker, also known as Bird, helped develop the bebop style, which expanded the possibilities of jazz music. By speeding up tempos, adding more complex chord progressions, and allowing for
Virtuosity.
virtuosity and improvisation. Yeah.
Improvisation, both are correct.
Yep.
I should finish looking around before I go talk to Ma and head out.
Pretty sure I've looked at everything there is to look at.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Spoken to everybody?
Yep.
Angela told me the museum has a record number of new memberships.
Seriously?
They're gonna be okay.
Couldn't have done it without you, Ma.
Now hear me out. What if we really teamed up on the next one? I can get my own suit.
Ma.
Algo con brillo.
Ma, stop. Stop. Stop it. Get out of here. Dance with me.
Something with sparkles, maybe.
Oh, I love Rio.
Seriously, I keep saying it. Miles' side of everything is just so damn wholesome, and I love it.
Yep. Also, we have a new suit because we finished this mission. The City Sounds suit.
Oh, it's glorious!
I know, right? This shit is awesome! It's like a 1920s, like, Miles Morales Spider-Man.
This is basically Miles Morales Noir right here.
Exactly!
Danicasters, you remember those recent thefts at the Harlem Cultural Center? Turns out, Darren Shipman was pulling the strings. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he's a multi-millionaire with his name on everything, because his money is in everything. So, we have a special guest today to drop some knowledge on us about an exciting new opportunity for budding artists to share in the joys of responsible art. Please welcome renowned street artist and head of the Cooper Art Coalition,
Oh.
Haley Cooper.
Hi.
Okay, I was
Danica.
wrong.
I'm Genki Lee.
I thought this conversation
Haley's
already
interpreter.
happened, but
She's
no.
standing next to me. She says she's
I guess it triggers after you do the the music
excited
stuff.
to be here. I'm still learning.
Fantastic. Welcome, both of you. So, Haley, tell us all about your coalition.
Thanks, Danica. Thanks for interpreting, Genki. You're doing great. Aw, thanks. I was born deaf. Sign language didn't come easy at first, so I drew my feelings. I communicated through art. Still do. So, when I found a copy of one
Funny,
of my
that,
pieces up for
that
sale,
comes up in the FNAF
it
movie
felt
too.
like a piece of me
That
was stolen with it.
Art is like the first language
That's
we
when
learn.
I started the Cooper Art Coalition.
Because it is.
That protects NYC artists of all mediums from theft.
That's brilliant. It's about time we had a force to fight underground theft like this. Can you tell us more about what the coalition is doing to protect artists?
We look out for each other, make sure we don't see copies where copies shouldn't be. And we have digital activists keeping an eye out for unauthorized online dealings. We're 63 artists strong, and growing every day.
I love this. Awesome organization protecting awesome people. How can budding artists get in touch?
Through our website. Link is on the Danicast blog homepage. Send a picture or two of your pieces and your weight and... oh no, your name. And, we'll be in touch.
There you have it, folks. The Cooper Arts
I love to think
Coalition.
that hat is
Any
just
words of
stuck to
advice
Miles'
before we
mask
leave
via
you?
Velcro or something.
Don't steal
Absolutely.
art. Not cool.
Can't argue with that, Haley.
Oh, that one was all me. Haley says if you do, the artist might haunt you in the afterlife.
I can't prove they won't. Later, Danikids.
But yeah, this suit is so good.
Like, it is a gorgeous suit.
Imagine this. Imagine a version of Miles dressed up like this, teaming up with freaking Spider-Man Noir against Mr. Fix-It.
On that note, isn't there a Spider-Man Noir that you could equip?
Well, yes.
Not at the moment, clearly, but...
But it is the Into the Spider-Verse Noir suit.
Imagine the version of Noir we got in, like, the first game alongside this.
It would have been so cool.
DLC, get on it.
Like, this is cool. Don't get me wrong. Getting to play as Nicolas Cage is always awesome. But, like, we still want the OG Noir suit. We want both, if that's possible. Because they did mention that a lot of the suits from the first game couldn't make the cut because of problems with the web wings. And they didn't have enough time to sort it all out.
So hopefully when they do sort it out, they can just add it back as free DLC.
Hopefully.
Or worst case scenario, It just comes with the paid DLC for the story expansions.
Yeah. Well, they did both. For
They
the
did
first
both
game.
in the original game, yeah.
Alright, so, oh my god, this is so beautiful.
Especially at this time of day.
I just took a photo with my PS5 because this looks so damn pretty. Anyway, on that note, we are at 3 hours and it's already 5 o'clock here. So, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear
and Meikumon.
And we will not be here tomorrow with a stream because Chocobo will not be here. We're going to be doing D&D instead. And the Saturday after that, I am going to the Ren Fair with my girlfriend. So, yeah, no Night in the Woods for a little while. But we'll be back to this on Monday, and on Tuesday, we're going to be starting a game series very near, a game very near and dear to my heart. Bully by Rockstar.
This is going to be fun.
I cannot wait to shoot people with the potato gun. Luckily, because it's GTA for kids, you don't kill anyone, but you can certainly give them some mental scars.
Of course, there's also the issue of the schoolwork. And that'll give me mental scars.
I don't even want to think about math class.
Geography was definitely my worst one.
Whew. Anyway, yeah, we will see you guys on Monday. So, have a nice weekend, be safe, and